Now, isn't this lovely?
I want some rest! Are we having fun yet?
Okay, can I talk to you guys real quick? Let me just talk to you. Just me and you, all right? I don't hate Blake Wesley. There's this weird thing going around that I hate Blake Wesley. Like, I've seen that enough times to at least talk about it. I don't hate Blake Wesley, bro. Like, I think that what has happened is that I hype up Jeremy Sohan and Josh Primo, but it is very genuous. Okay, I am not disingenuous whatsoever when it comes to those two guys. I am that high on them. I am a Jeremy Sohan and Josh Primo fan. I just am. But that doesn't mean that I don't like Blake Wesley. Like, I will even say with a lot of confidence that Malachi Branham could very well end up being the best player in the next couple years. Like, he has the shooting stroke, he has that ability. And then when I look at Blake Wesley, same thing. Maybe in the next 3 years, 4 years, he could be the best because he has the best athleticism out of anyone else on our team. But oh my gosh, man, some people just really get upset because I don't talk about Blake Wesley enough. It's not a lot, but like I said, I've seen it enough times where I can at least address it. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into this. Wait, actually, before we dive into this, guys, I'm gonna be doing t-shirts pretty soon, so just be on the workout. Look out for that, okay? I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon. I actually have quite a few designs in the works, so I'm really excited about it. I got some equipment and everything, so yeah. But I'll let you guys know more information about that when the time comes, but just throwing it out there, okay? So just remember that it's coming. All right, let's dive into this. So this is what your boy Blake Wesley had to say about the Spurs. Blessed to play for the Spurs. And I read through this, and I have to say this is a really good article. Tom Petrini, if you don't know, we have had him on the channel before. Like, we had a whole discussion, and it was pretty nice. You can find that in the special guest. I think it's the special guest playlist. Okay, just find the special guest playlist on my channel. But I talked to Tom Petrini before. He's nice. He's a really nice guy. All right, but I did highlight this part, and I wanted to talk about what he said at the very end about how he absolutely loved, or he's happy to play for the Spurs nonetheless. So let's go ahead and read through this. In the summer when I first got to Notre Dame, and he's basically just talking about how coming to the Spurs is going to be another adjustment. And as we know, if you watch the Summer League, there's going to be some adjustments, okay? There's definitely going to be some adjustments. He wasn't phenomenal, but his athletic ability was definitely on display, and he was very fearless, to say the least. But he says, in the summer when I first got to Notre Dame, I was struggling a bit. They were stronger than me, more physical than me, but I got with our strength and conditioning coach, got better, got stronger. I played with 6 seniors, so that was hard for me as a freshman. And as you guys remember, I was talking about this, when it came to his seniors, the seniors on the team, he listened. Like, even though he took the place of the point guard senior, initially, like, he took his place, the senior got sent to the bench, he continued to listen to him. He was humble the entire time, and I think that that's a really good quality that Wesley has. I was the only freshman playing, and they taught me a lot, taught me to keep my head up, be mature, and obviously Mike Bray, good coach, good person. So he taught me a lot. Wesley had wanted to compete in the EYBL, the nation's top AAU circuit, but couldn't prove himself against the best in the country due to COVID. And as you guys know, he was actually supposed to play with Jeremy Sohan, but because of COVID, Jeremy couldn't get over to the States. His college visits were limited for the same reason, so he wound up going to school just minutes from his family's home in South Bend. And we talked about that in the video too. We talk about a lot here, don't we? I don't know. He wasn't highly recruited. The Spurs GM Brian Wright said the team felt they were able to land a guy who probably didn't get as much exposure as he should have due to circumstances beyond his control. Wesley uses the feeling of being overlooked to motivate him. As you guys know, when he had the workout with the San Antonio Spurs, he said the exact same thing. He said he had a chip on his shoulder, as we can see here, and he said he felt like the odd man out. And he said he always felt that way. So that's why he went 120%. That's also a reason why in the Summer League, I think that he got kind of ahead of himself. Because there's a fine line between trying to prove yourself and Russell Westbrook category. And I don't think he'll be in that category. I mean, he's seems like a super humble dude. It's stupid athletic, a lot of talent, but you don't want to get into the mode of doing way too much for no reason. And I think he did that a little bit in the Summer League. But It's the summer league. All right, moving on. I work out every day with the mindset to just go out there and kill and be myself. That's pretty cool. All right, so moving on, there's something else I wanted to talk about pretty briefly. There's a lot here, so you guys really need to check out this article. This in particular, so he was talking about his routine, right? And we talked about this in a different video as well, about the whole routine that he goes through. But yeah, he is the exact same person every single day. He has a really concrete routine. I don't think he mentions it, or they haven't mentioned it. Tom Petrine didn't mention it in this article. But one thing that Blake Wesley did say was that early on, he realized that he needed to get more sleep, and he adjusted that really quickly. He said that he got shots off better when he's gotten sleep, and he took no time to go ahead and implement that. So he has a lot of discipline, but he's just talking about his routine. Get up, take my vitamins, come here, weigh in, lift after lift, get on the court, hard work, do everything. After that, we get our protein shake, we relax, eat. At 3 o'clock, we got a lot of reps up. Then after that, just go home, chill, rest my body, getting ready for the next day. But yeah, he seems very, very reliable. And if you're a professional athlete, I mean, most of these guys are, but I think that's a really good thing. And here's another thing. My dad used to play at Ball State. We started young, left-hand layups. He said, they say he shot better than me, which I feel like he did. He can still shoot it. I just thought that was fun. That's cute. All right, let's go ahead and move on. He also mentions in here, which I won't harp on, that he has worked out with Jaden Ivey quite a bit. Growing up, he actually grew up with Jaden Ivey, so he played him one-on-one a ton, and I'm sure that only adds fuel to his fire. The fact that Jaden Ivey is a top 4 pick, and your boy Blake Wesley, even though he's worked out with him, played him, probably beat him a lot of times one-on-one, he's late first round, so I'm sure that irks him just a little bit. But then again, with Blake Wesley, if he waited one more year, which he didn't have to, but if he waited one more year, he probably would have been a lottery. Like he seems like he seems really talented, so he could have very well been a lottery. I kind of see the same thing as Josh Primo. If you look at his statistics in the G League, he had better statistics than Dyson Daniels, so you can make the assumption that he probably would have been a top 5, top 6 pick this season. So anyways, besides the point. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We know about all this, the workout, blah blah blah. Now, this is the part I want to talk about, is at the very end, in which he's basically talking about the San Antonio Spurs. So he says, it's crazy, but it's also a blessing at the same time. It's all good because I'm in a new city, new environment, get to learn from other people, get to see what the city's like. He has a tattoo of his mom and his parents, who are coming to live with him in San Antonio for a few months. And that happens often with these athletes. I mean, yeah, you get all that money, bro. You need your family members to ground you a little bit, like just keep you grounded just a little bit. At the same time, I've got to be my own self, he said, but I'm still gonna be there for them, and they're still gonna be there for me. It's been a long journey to get here, and he's well aware of what he needs to do from age 19 and beyond as a member of the Spurs. I'm just excited to be here. Fans may not know me, but I'm a funny guy, outgoing, love fans, get along with everybody, so Spurs fans are gonna love me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why you wouldn't. Blake Wesley is he seems like a really cool dude. And if you really believe I don't like Blake Wesley just because I hype up other, look, it's just that I'm not as hype on some players than I am others, and that's okay. Blake Wesley, I think he's gonna be a work in progress, and I think in the next year or two he's gonna be like phenomenal. I'm gonna sit here when we play, Blake Wesley's out there and he dunks on, I don't know, Ja Morant or something. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna be screaming. I'm gonna be shaking my computer screen. I'm gonna break my table. Like I'm gonna be hype, okay? So I love them, okay? I love all the Spurs players. It's all good, all right? It's all good in the hood. Anyways, I'll get with you guys later, man. If you want to support the channel, only $2 a month, Patreon and YouTube links below. Until next time, dude, deuces.